Hi, welcome back to my channel. As I go through my stuff, my boxes and boxes of stuff, I'm finding stuff that is a little bit different. So what we're going to look at here is two HK223 5.56 magazines for two different weapon systems that are different than what you see every day. And I'm going to tell you why I believe these exist, or why I know why I have them, and maybe we can open up a bunch of commenting on different pages and stuff, because I'm going to cross post this video. First of all, we're going to start with the HK3353 magazine. This is your standard 40 rounder. I believe this is pretty common. A lot of these were imported with the Malaysian contracts, guns that the Century turned into C93s. Aluminum construction, well made, but aluminum, pretty light. And on the follower, we're going to try to get this is a date. Right by my finger, there's a date. All right, so we got the date. So you have this. This is what everybody sees. This is what I found in my stash. This is an aluminum. This is steel. It probably weighs 4 or 5 times what that is. But if you look at them side by side, the tooling is the same. Even the welding on the back is very similar. However, this one doesn't have any date code up in here. All right. So why do I think this is a real HK? And well, we know these came in with HK guns. This was bought from a guy I knew who was an HK law enforcement dealer. He had an original factory HK53, and he had 3 magazines that came with this gun. These are the magazines. After he got some personal trouble, he had to sell stuff off. I got the three magazines. I didn't get the gun, but I got the 3 original steel magazines. So these are HK magazines, or at least they came from HK in Virginia. So if you know anything about these, that's what the comments are for below. These are fantastic magazines. If you notice on the aluminum here, it's got a little dent. This one still works. A lot of these you'll find are almost in the white because the finish is worn off. This is just a better made magazine. So that's one rare 5.56 223 magazine. Let's look at the other. All right, we have to edit this together because I talk sometimes ahead of my cameraman. All right, this is your HK M16 magazine, your MR 5.56, whatever you want to call it. To show this is a real HK magazine, we're going to turn it to the side. My cameraman's going to zoom in, and you're going to see a restricted government marking, because this is made between 2000 and during the Clinton time period. What was that, 94 to 2004? The date code is in here. It's AF, and the 5.56 is in here. Now I want you to pay attention to the date code because it's AF. This magazine was what you get with your MR 5.56 rifles. All right, it's steel. It's a good magazine. It has a black follower, a black anti-tilt follower, metal. Great mag. Overpriced because it's HK, but a great mag. Magazine I found when I was rooting through is this mag. Looks the same, right? But it's aluminum. It's a third the weight of that. It has a chrome follower, almost like an MP5. It's still anti-tilt, but it's chrome. Now, we're going to zoom in where my finger is, and you're going to see where it says 5.56 by 45 IF. Now, here's my question. I know where this came from, and I'll tell you in a second. This date code is IF. This date code is AF. So I'm not good on HK date codes, but A becomes before I, so you would think this is an older magazine than this. And that's not true, okay? This magazine came from the same place that this magazine came from, all right? It came from an HK law enforcement dealer. What gun did this come in? This magazine was in a G41. You can go look that one up. It's an HK gun that took basically an HK33 with a forward assist that took M16 magazines. They got 5 or maybe 10 G41s back in the mid 90s on trade-in from a department, and these magazines were in them. Now, all those guns are post samples, so they were imported after the '86 ban, but these guns were obtained before the assault weapons ban. So I have no idea why this has an IF date code and this has an AF date code. This is genuine HK. Early production, but it's made out of aluminum, and it was issued with the G41 rifle. If anybody has any particulars on why the aluminum magazine has an IF date code and the steel magazine has an AF date code, even though the aluminum magazine was imported before the assault weapons ban, I'd love to know. So there you have it. 2 oddities in HK magazines. I don't know. I can only tell you what I do know. I'm hoping somebody out there has more information than me, and if you do, in the comments. Thanks for coming to my channel.